Two things before we get in. One, my throat is currently killing itself, so if I sound like death, it's because I'm dying. Two, this is gonna be a bit of a weird video. Farts. Love them, hate them. Everybody does them. I do. You do. The man behind the checkout in Tesco's does. That sexy lady you saw walking down the street that one time does. Apparently between 10 to 20 times a day, according to Google. With 8 billion people on the planet, that's a lot of farts. 80 to 160 billion per day, to be precise. In the Flute Salad Discord server, invite link in the description, we were having a totally normal conversation of discussing how the fart scene in the Sonic movie...
Oh, come on. Oh, that's awful. What did you eat?
I think it's called a chili dog?
You might want to check your fur on that one, buddy.
...is awful. To which I mentioned a point, which is why this video even exists in the first place. The only good fart scene from any piece of media ever is from the opening of Shrek 2. And people agreed with me. So now I'm going to spend way too long dissecting why this scene is good and why literally every other fart scene is bad. Take a shot every time I say the word fart. You need to do 7 already. Before I go on to why the Shrek 2 scene is good, I first need to say why the others are bad. It's no secret that it's a cheap joke, it's lazy writing, it's the we need something to make the kids go ha-ha because fart's funny. Yeah, they are, but not in a script. In a story, 99% of the time, they're not funny. It's cheap and lazy writing. Why do you think that there's one in pretty much every Illumination movie ever made? If you think you're going to get through the entire Mario movie without there being a Bowser fart scene, you should think again. Let's go back to the Sonic movie and discuss that scene and why this video exists and why this discussion got going in the first place. Why? Why does Sonic fart? What's the point of this? I don't get it. And I was told there's a worse one in the second movie, which I still haven't seen. Seems the screenwriters literally just went, oh, we should make Sonic fart. Why? Why did they do that? To pad out the runtime by a few seconds? To add another unfunny joke to the already unfunny Sonic movie? To make the movie Sonic's characterization somehow more annoying than it was already? Perhaps. Aside from the pre-mentioned Shrek 2, name a good fart scene. I'm waiting. You can't do it. It doesn't exist. Even Shrek 2 itself is guilty of having a bad and pointless fart scene because Shrek drank the potion, so we need funny. It's literally there because, hey, it's funny, right? They're pointless. It's a pointless joke. Not every joke needs to play into the story or affect it in any way. That's not what I'm saying. But they're not a clever joke. It's the lowest form of humour. It's clear they're just put there when they have no idea of what other joke to put there. However, the scene at the start of Shrek 2 isn't played as a joke. Well, it kinda is, kinda isn't, but it actually has a point, a reason to exist, which I can say with certainty all the others don't. So, let's talk about what makes this scene actually good. Well, it simply acts as a way to show Shrek and Fiona growing more comfortable together. She's more comfortable in her ogre form. Look at Shrek's initial nervousness before Fiona joins him. It shows now, even though he's married, he's still worried about being treated as an outcast, before Fiona consoles him with a fart, as weird as that sounds, and also acts as a way to show respect and continued character growth from the first movie, with a similar scene being played out there.
Shrek? What? It's a compliment. Better out than in, I always say.
But it's no way to behave in front of a princess.
Thanks.
She's as nasty as you are.
You know, you're not exactly what I expected.
Well, maybe you shouldn't judge people before you get to know them.
And then the same thing kind of happens again like 10 minutes later in Shrek 2.
Excuse likes me.
Better out than in, I always say, eh, Fiona?
I can excuse the first movie, see what I did there, but the burp scene essentially being repeated feels lazy, in my opinion, anyway. As with most fart and burp scenes, they just seem lazy. In Shrek 2 especially, as it was treading on the ground of the scene from the first movie, as well as the scene that played out literally 10 minutes ago at this point in the story. Also, completely off topic, but I noticed this when I was like 6 and I've never been able to unsee it every time I've watched this movie since. Why doesn't Fiona stop farting? Look, Shrek farts and stops, and then Fiona farts and doesn't stop, even though visibly she has. I don't know. Anyway, this was a weird video, and I'm not entirely sure why I made it. But there you go. You have to take 19 shots, by the way, plus an extra 4 if you're counting a shot every time I say burp as well. Goodbye!
Have you ever farted a little too hard and poo-poo comes out of your booty?